Hello everybody, is the audibility fine? Shall we start? Great. So I think the audibility is absolutely fine and I believe that we should start the class, right? Am I audible to all? Great. Nice. Rest of the people, am I audible to all? Each and every one of you? Shall we start the class? Shall we start? Great. Good afternoon Akash, good afternoon Nidhi and rest of the people. Good afternoon Hemant, Rajveer, love from Punjab. Love you too, bro. Akash, Shyali, Mahesh, Ramesh, Shubham, Vishnu, Yash, Akash, Shubham, Vishnu, these are regular students. Rajveer, Mahindra, most probably Sayali is regular student. Rashi, Deepshika, Amal, great. I think we should start the class. Great. Sonavane, great. I think we should start then, right? Fabulous. Before starting today's class, yes, great. I think the audibility is absolutely fine, right? Right. Before starting today's class, see, we always prepare throughout our life, we always prepare and we always believe. Amal, Ajay, lots of love to you as well. So, in our life, we always prepare and we always expect, listen to this very carefully. Throughout our life, we always prepare, we always plan and we try our level best to execute and we expect the very best will happen in our life. Listen to this. Even if the worst possible thing happens to us, someone does this, if God does that, whatever has happened. So in the future, whatever happens to us, whatever adversity happens to us, if everything is gone, if we are pushed against the wall, if we are down and out, people can take everything from us. But still, nobody in this world can take your belief. Nobody in this world can take your perception to life. Everything in this world is perception. I want the people to write in the comment box, we are never powerless. We always have power to rise even from the ashes. And always remember this. We are never, ever powerless. We always have some power even to rise from our ashes. Even if we are down and out, even if we are pushed against the wall, we can always make a comeback. If this would not have happened, if this would not have been true, someone who was born in Austria with that kind of Austrian accent and wanted to be in Hollywood with a monstrous build, the person who dreamt of going to America would not have made it through. And the name of the person is Arnold Schwarzenegger. In Austria, people prefer doing farming or they work in industries or they are workers. But when this guy in his young age, he thought his calling is something else. One day when he saw the documentary of America, he decided he wanted to go to this country where there are huge skyscrapers. He wanted this vision so dedicatedly. One day he went to America and became one of the biggest Hollywood stars. He became the Senator of California as well. The person who was born in the year 1947 and won Mr. Universe title as the youngest man on earth. I think he was 22 years old or something like that. He said these 3-4 things. First, you have to have a vision. What you want to become. That is most important. We have to have a vision. When you have a vision, there is nothing like failure. When you have a vision, there is nothing like pain. Because you have a vision. And vision has a phenomenal pull power. Fuzzy future has no pull power. The second thing he said, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the second statement he said, say no to the naysayers. Whatever naysayers say, let them say. Don't listen to naysayers. And the third point he said, fail. It's absolutely fine. The problem is not with failing. The problem is with when you don't get up. Fail and get up, fail and get up, fail and get up. This should be the routine. Don't be scared of failing. Rather, we should be scared of not getting up. As long as you have got the vim and the vigor, as long as you have got the zest and the passion to drive you along your vision, nobody in this world has got the daring and the audacity to stop you. I think we should start today's class. Shall we start? Absolutely. Yeah, Governor of California. Yes, absolutely. He became the Governor of California, and right now Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, they are alpha men of this world. Right? Fine. I think we should start. Shall we? Is everybody ready with absolutely 200% energy? Right? So do remember this. What we should remember, we are never, ever, 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 ever powerless. Nobody can take your beliefs and nobody can take your perception to life. Nobody in this world can take that. Right? I think we should start. Let's start then. We already had a discussion. Great. We already had a discussion about number system. Right? We already had 2 classes on number system. In these 2 classes, we mainly discussed number of zeros at the end, which I said is an important topic for your exam. Unit digit value. There had been 2 instances when unit digit value has been asked in your exam. Then we've discussed how to find the last 2 digits. And then there was a 2-digit number and the reverse of a 2-digit number, that particular concept. And those 2 questions were precisely asked in your exam. And then we discussed about the divisibility rule, especially of 3 and 9. And then when you arranged all the numbers right from the beginning, when you arrange all the natural numbers right from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, what will be the 25th digit, 50th digit and so on. I think we should move to the second part of number system and we should understand what the filling is. And from here, the second part of the number system is permutation, combination and probability. Let's start that part. This is the second part of number system. So we are about to start second part of number system. It might be possible that many of you are avid follower of this channel or voracious viewer of this channel. First of all, what is the meaning of these 2 words? It might be possible that you are avid follower of this channel or a voracious follower of this channel. What is the meaning of these 2 words first of all? And it might be possible that many of you are watching this channel and watching me for the very first time. Sir, if I am watching this channel for the very first time, this is my first class, should I continue or should I watch the previous 2 videos? Even if you watch right from this, all my videos will be independent. This is for sure. Right? I prefer a good closure. So every single video is a closure in itself. So you can pick any video and you can start that. But make sure that you watch the video from cover to cover, finish to end. Right? So even if you have missed the first 2 topics, I would recommend you to finish it off today itself, even after this video. But if you want to, even if you continue this video, it's absolutely fine. That's not a problem. You will be in this position to understand. Avid is avid follower, avid admirer, passionate. Avid is passionate and same is with voracious. Voracious reader, voracious eater. Voracious eater are those people who eat a lot. Voracious reader, avid reader are those people who love to read. Fine. So these 2 words has got passion to it. And many a times in different competitive exams, they have asked the difference between voracious and veracious. What is the meaning of these 2 words? Voracious and veracious. In the year 2017, in one of the competitive exams, they asked the difference between these 2 words. Voracious, veracious. Voracious reader. Voracious eater. The person who eats a lot. A gourmet eater. A gourmand eater. An Epicurean. Voracious. And what is veracious? Those people who love to speak the truth. Those people who love to speak the truth. Fine. So from my side, the difference between both these words, double star. Very, 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 very important. And those people who love to lie are mendacious. So we can remember this like this: mendacious men. Who love to lie? Men. Who love to lie more? Married men. Why? Because survival is at stake. Right? So mendacious are those people who love to tell lie. Those who love to lie. Fine? So these 4 words are very, very important. Do remember all these words, and let's start today's class. So let's start today's class. Great. So the very first thing we need to understand, is the concept of filling. Fine? Great. I think we should start then. So the second part of number system is permutation, combination and probability. Historically, since the advent of what? Aptitude in your exam, right from the inception. What is that? Right from the beginning. Inception is an out and out positive word, right? If you want, you can use this word at the time of interview as well. The inception of my glorious career starts with this, right? Impetus, driving force. So, right from the inception of what? Right from this, the year 2010, when aptitude start to come in your exam, in GATE exam, if you compare all these years, the past 11 years paper, you will see these 2 topics, permutation, combination, probability, has always been part and parcel of your exam. So from my side, if you ask me single-handedly, out of all the topics in aptitude, which topic is the most important topic? Permutation, combination, probability, undoubtedly, right? And not just in your exam, in GATE exam, other than this, whatever exam you come across, I think this is one of those very, very important topics, right? These are those topics which actually help you understand, number as well. So that is why it is very, very important, right? Fine. So let's start then. First, we will try and understand the filling part. What is that? Wherever there is choice. Sir, what kind of choice? Wherever there is choice. You want to select 2 boys or 3 girls. You want to select 5 black markers or 6 red markers. So where there is or, we are supposed to use plus, or we are supposed to use union. Great. On the contrary, where there is no choice, you have to select 2 girls and 3 boys. You have to select 5 blue markers and 7 red markers. Where there is no choice. Where there is no choice, we must use this multiplication. You have to select 2 boys and 3 girls. You have to select this kind of 4 black markers and 5 red markers. In that case, you are supposed to use multiplication, and this is what is called intersection, not just in probability but also in set theory as well. So this is very, very important. I want you people to jot these down, both these points down. These are very, very important points. So we'll be discussing these 2 points, right? Fine. Shall we start? Is everybody ready? Great. Nice. Fine. So let's start then, right? Let us suppose if we have 1, 2, 3, 4. If we have these 4 digits, and if we want to form what? A 3-digit number, such that what? Such that repetition is allowed or the repetition is not allowed. So if there are 4 digits, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and if we want to form a 3-digit number, so 3-digit number looks like this: units place, tens place, hundreds place. To form a 3-digit number, you need units place and tens place and hundreds place. To form a 3-digit number, you need units place and tens place, and that is a multiplication, and hundreds place. Great. To form a 3-digit number, what do you need? You need a units place and a tens place and a hundreds place. Great. Now, if we are to form a 3-digit number such that what? Such that repetition is allowed. Now, what is the meaning of this? And if we are to form a 3-digit number such that repetition is not allowed. So, what is the meaning of these two statements? When you say that repetition is allowed, in that case, this is units place, this is tens place, and this is hundreds place. To form a 3-digit number, you need units place and tens place and hundreds place. So, this can be filled like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4. This can be filled in 4 different ways. Similarly, this can be filled in 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways. And similarly, you can fill this absolutely correct. So, if you want to form a 3-digit number, in that case, the answer would be 4 into 4 into 4. That is 4 cube. And hence, the answer would be 64. Absolutely correct. Nice. Well done. On the contrary, in the second case, when the repetition is not allowed. So, what is the difference? The difference is, when the repetition is not allowed, 123 can be a probable case, 122 can be a probable case, and 222 can be a probable case. Is it? No. This is not possible. Yes, if repetition is not allowed, this is absolutely fine, but there is a problem with this, and then there is a severe problem with this. 222 is definitely not allowed, right? 1, 2, 3. This is units place, this is tens place, this is hundreds place. Fine? So, this is Shri Prasad Balak. Any factorial number greater than or equals to 2 factorial is always even, right? Fine. So, obviously, 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1, so that must be an even number. 4 factorial is also an even number. Let's come back to this. So, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, we can fill this in 4 different ways, right? We can fill this in 4 different ways. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, but you said repetition is not allowed. Of course it is not allowed. So, sir, how is it correct? No, it is not correct. Sir, why have you written that? Because give importance to each and every event. It means that every number like 1, 2, 3, 4, any of these 4 numbers may come at this place, but whatever number came at units place, that cannot come. So, in how many ways we can fill? 3 different ways. And similarly over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the number which already came at the units place, that cannot come, and similarly the number that came at the tens place, that also cannot come, and hence we can fill this in 2 different ways, and thus the answer would be 2, 4, 24. And thus the answer is 2, 4, 24. Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine? Is it clear to all? So, the total number of 3-digit numbers that can be formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 when repetition is allowed would be 4 cube, and when repetition is not allowed would be 4 into 3 into 2, that is 24. I think this is absolutely fine, right? I think this is fine enough. Great. If this is the case, let's have a small test. You have to tell me how many 3-digit numbers can be formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many 3-digit numbers can be formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 such that a repetition is allowed and such that the repetition is not allowed, right? Distinct and repetition is not allowed are absolutely same. There is no difference between these two words when you say repetition is not allowed and the numbers must be distinct. Both these statements are absolutely same. You need to answer this. How many 3-digit numbers can be formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 such that the repetition is allowed, and the second case is when the repetition is not allowed. Go ahead. When the repetition is allowed, and the second statement is when the repetition is not allowed. Go ahead. Very good, nice. So when the repetition is allowed and when the repetition is not allowed. Great, well done. So when the repetition is allowed, there is absolutely no problem. This is a cakewalk. So this place can be filled in 5 different ways, 5 different ways, and 5 different ways. And because we are to form a 3-digit number, a 3-digit number must have a units place and a tens place and a hundreds place, and that is why the answer pan out as 125 is absolutely correct. On the contrary, in the second case, what happens in the second case? Here we can have numbers from 1 to 5, 1 to 5 and 1 to 5. So the total number of ways in which we can fill these places, 5 places. Whatever number has already come at the units place, that cannot come, so we can fill this place in 4 ways. And similarly, units place number cannot come over here and tens place here, and that is why 3 ways. And because we want to form a 3-digit number, so the answer must be 5 into 4 into 3, and that is why the answer is 6060. Well done. Is it fine? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Fine? Great. Absolutely. Fine? Shall we move on to the next one? Great. I think we should. Fine. Let's take another example. So if we have numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. If we have numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and if we are to form what? A 3-digit number, okay? So such that the repetition is allowed and such that the repetition is not allowed. So what do you think, what should be the answer? Go ahead. Total number of 3-digit numbers that can be formed using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Such that the very first case is the repetition is allowed and the second case is the repetition is not allowed. Go ahead. Total number of ways in which 3-digit numbers can be formed using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 such that repetition is allowed, and the second case is repetition is not allowed. Great, well done. In the first case, why this particular question is actually very, very important, and why is it so? Let me explain this. Let's take the first one. If repetition is allowed, so what happens? When repetition is allowed, although it has got a 0, this question is a cakewalk. This place, you can fill this place in 0 to 4, that is 5 different ways. You can fill this place in 0 to 4, that is 5 different ways. And after that, at this place you cannot have a 0. The hundreds place can be filled in 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different ways other than 0. So we can fill this place in 4 different ways. And thus 5 into 5 into 4. And therefore the answer is 0. 100. And therefore the answer is 100, which is absolutely correct. Now, actually this is the most important question till this point of time. This is very, very important, and I probably need 5 minutes, something like that. 4 to 5 minutes I need to explain this. Now listen to this very, very carefully. We've got 2 cults of people. We have got 2 cults of students. How come? Like this. There are students who have filled it like this. Like what? Like this. From hundreds place to units place. And then there are students who have filled this from units place to hundreds place. So which one is the correct one? I'll explain that. Now listen to this carefully. I'll take the blue. There are these kind of people who have filled from hundreds to units place, and then there are students who have filled from units place to hundreds place. So which one is correct? Let's see. Let's see the very first class of people, the very first cult of students. These are those students who filled it like this. Sir, here we cannot have a 0, absolutely. And we can have numbers from 1 to 4, and thus this can be filled in 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 different ways. Is it correct, sir? Absolutely correct. After that, so here we can fill in 0 to 4, that is 5 ways. But all those numbers, but the number which has actually come at the first place, the hundreds place, that cannot come. And thus, we must fill this in 4 ways. This is also correct. And let's move on to the last one. We can fill this place in 0 to 4, that is 5 ways. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those numbers, the numbers which came at the hundreds place and the one which came at the tens place, that cannot come. And thus, this is the way, these are the total number of ways in which the units place can be filled. That is 3 ways. So 4 into 4 is 16, 16 into 3 is 48. So the first class, the first cult of students, the first group of students, probably their answer is 48. Then there is another sect of students who are saying that, no sir, I have not done this. So what have you done? Sir, I filled this from units place to hundreds place. And what you have done? Sir, I have written this. Units place can be filled in 0 to 4, that is 5 different ways. Sir, is it correct? Yes, it is correct. And then this can be filled in 0 to 4, and the units place, whatever digit came at the units place, that will not be there. So sir, is it correct? Yes, indeed it is correct. And sir, now what? Even I cannot able to understand, like, what am I supposed to fill here? Why? Because of this reason. Because of what reason? Let us suppose, if there in the units place and the tens place, if there are in both these places, if there are 2 non-zero digits, here we cannot have a 0, and thus we have these 4 digits. Let us suppose at the units place and at the tens place we have 2 non-zero digits. So out of these 4 digits, now we have only 2 digits, and thus this place can be filled in 2 ways. For example, if let us suppose at the tens place there is 1 and at the units place 2, 12. On the contrary, if one of the place has got a 0, 2, 0, 20 or 0, 2, in that case we have got 3 different digits. We can fill this place in 3 ways. And now we are in a fix. Deepshika, that is not correct. What Deepshika has written, that is not correct, but this doubt is absolutely fine. Why we are in a fix? Sir, because now I cannot able to understand what am I supposed to write, 2 or 3. Sir, which one is correct? Of course, the first one is correct. But that is not the motive why I have discussed this. We need to understand what? If this is incorrect, why this is incorrect, and how we can rectify this. So let's take that. I am about to discuss filling like this. Whatever has went wrong over here, we'll rectify that, and then we'll deduce something from this, and that deduction part is important. So let's understand this first. Sir, what you are about to explain? I am about to explain this units, tens, hundreds. I am about to explain this way of filling from units to hundreds. What went wrong? So this is what went wrong. What is that? if units place and tens place, both these places have non-zero digits. Don't forget that we are discussing how to fill like this, right? Let's take the very first case, and what is that? If units place and tens place, both these places are non-zero digits. This is not the final verdict. This is not the conclusion. I will let you know the final verdict, the final conclusion. That will deduce once I am done with this, right? So, if we are considering, let us suppose both these places don't have a 0. That's fine. If we are not taking 0 at this place, if we are not taking 0, I should not write like this. If we are not considering 0, we should not considering 0. In that case, we can fill this in 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. We can fill this in 4 ways, and because repetition is not allowed, whatever digit came at the units place that must not appear at the tens place. I think this is fine. 0 anyways cannot come at the hundreds place. So here we have 1 to 4, any digit can come. But the one which came at the units place, that must not come. The one that came at the tens place, that must not come. So here we have got 2 digits, and thus 4 into 3 into 2. And this is the answer 24. So sir, is it the final answer? No, of course not. This is the answer when we have considered the case. What case? The units place and the tens place. When we have considered a very, very specific case, and that is the units place and the tens place both are not equals to 0. So what will going to happen if either of them equals to 0? That is our second case. Either the units place equals to 0 or the tens place is equals to 0. If you want, you can take 2 different cases, but actually both the cases means the same. And don't forget, I am still discussing the very same thing. We haven't drawn any kind of conclusion till now, right? So what is that we are discussing? We are discussing this, filling from units place to hundreds place, and then we'll draw the verdict, and that is very important. The conclusion, the final conclusion that we're going to draw, that is important. Let's take this case first. If the units place is 0, if the tens place is 0, sir, what is this? Throughout this topic, you and I will going to have a mutual consensus on what? If I write 3 like this, I mean to say there are 3 ways of filling. On the contrary, if I write like this, I am saying that we have fixed 3. Sir, from where this 3 came? Just an example. If I have written 3 just like that, it means I want to say we've got 3 ways to fill. And if I encircle it, you and I will going to have a common consensus. And what is that? That I have fixed the number, right? Great. So let's take this. Fine. So now this case, 1 to 4, we can fill this in 4 ways. 1 to 4, Subrajit, first of all, listen to this. I don't think there will be any doubt, but still, if you have any doubt, we'll talk about this. Don't worry. First of all, listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other than one digit that came at the tens place, 3. 3 into 4 into 1, because we fixed 0. So 3 into 4 into 1, that is 12. So what these 12 cases are when you have 0 at the units place. Great. And the final one, we may fill this in 4 different ways. Similarly, 4 different ways. The number came at the tens place, that cannot come. 3 into 1 into 4, and that is why 12. Now listen to this. Either we're going to have this. Sir, what? Either we're going to have this. there is no 0 at units or tens place, or we're going to have this 0 at the units place, or we're going to have this. And that is what this, either we're going to have this. It means units and tens place both are not equals to 0. Is it fine, everybody? So either we're going to have this case 0, units place and tens place both are not equals to 0. And then there is another case, units place equals to 0, or this, and that is why this or the second one or the third one. 24 plus 12, and that is why 48. 24 plus 12 plus 12. So what is the answer? The answer is 48. Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine? Is it clear to all? Right? 24 plus 12 plus 12. What is the answer? The answer is 48. Absolutely correct. But still there is no conclusion. We haven't drawn any conclusion. The conclusion is this. What is the conclusion? The conclusion is this. Now listen to this. Why those students who have filled this, why this has happened? What has happened? Those students who have filled from hundreds place to units place, why they have got the answer? Because, now listen to this. Why they have got the answer earlier? This is absolutely correct. There is no problem with this. But why those people who have filled right from the beginning, hundreds place, tens place and units place, why those people have got the answer earlier? Because of this. Listen to this very carefully. Even if you are filling from hundreds place to units place or to units to hundreds place, the filling part is secondary. The very first thing is take this condition, consider the condition at the very first place. You mean to say that we should take care of the condition at the first place? Absolutely. We should consider the condition at the very first place. So what is the meaning of this? Now listen to this. For example, let us suppose we have got these 4 digits, right? And let us suppose the condition is this tens place must be even. Forget about this. Whether to fill from units to 100 or hundreds to units. The most important thing is you need to suffice the condition at the first place. So it means you are saying that we should start the filling right from this place. Absolutely. And that is why start filling from here, and that is why here we can fill this in 2 different ways. The condition must be satisfied at the first place. And then sir, now listen to the second important part. There is only one specific area where you can face some problem, and what is that? When 0 is there, and when 0 is there and when repetition is not allowed. So sir, what you are suggesting? The very first thing that I have suggested, consider the condition at the very first place, and then the second part is irrespective of the fact whether the repetition is allowed or repetition is not allowed, whether 0 is not given or 0 is given, what we will do immediately after sufficing the condition will move to the very first place. In that way we can actually take this part into consideration, so there will be no chance of getting the incorrect answer. Now is it fine, everybody? So sir, you are saying that once we are done with the condition, straight away move to the very first place. Absolutely. Then move to the very first place. Great. And why some people got the correct answer or filled it like this? Because there was only one condition, and the condition was you have to consider number from 0 to 4, and this was the only condition. So you could have filled in this way, and then 0 to 4 is 4 ways, and 0 to 4 3 ways. And that is why these people have got the correct answer at the very first place. Is it fine, everybody? Is it absolutely correct? Is it absolutely correct, everybody? Right? So, sir, you are saying that the most important thing is suffice the condition at the first place, and and do write these points. The devil is in the details. That detailing is important. First thing, fulfill the condition at the first place. The second part is, irrespective of the fact whether 0 is there or not, repetition is there or not, what we will do, will immediately go to the very first place and we'll do the patching work. We'll fill right from the beginning. And when we do this, what is going to happen? In that case, if we keep on filling like this, we will actually surpass the trap. There will be no trap then. Is it fine, everybody? Absolutely. Right? So, sir, is it a good idea? It's a good habit. It's not just an idea. It's a very good habit to get into. In French, there is a quote, first you make a habit and then your habits make you. Right? So, first you make a habit and then your habits make you. So, these habits are very, very important. You mean to say that irrespective of the fact, let us suppose if we have numbers from 0 to 5 and I am asked to form a 3-digit number, and if I am asked to form a 3-digit number, whether repetition is allowed or not allowed, what you said, sir, in this case is, here we cannot have a 0. Other than that, from 1 to 5, whatever digit we want, we can fill. From 0 to 5 is 6, 0 to 5 is 6. But I have started right from this place, although repetition was allowed. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it fine? Is it clear to all? And when repetition was not allowed, even in that case, here we cannot have a 0. So 1, 2, 5. So total number of ways in which we can fill this is 5. And then 0 to 5, whichever digit came at the hundreds place, whichever non-zero digit came at the hundreds place, that must not come. Right? And then 0 to 5, whichever digit came at the hundreds place and tens place, that must not come. So what should be the answer? The answer must be 100. And what is the answer over here? 180. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it absolutely fine? Great. Right? Is it clear to each one of you? Is it clear? So the takeaway from this is, the very first thing, fulfill the condition, suffice the condition at the first place. Second, once you are done with the condition, then straight away move to the very first place. Whatever the number of digits are, move to the very first place, irrespective of the fact repetition is allowed or not, or 0 is there or not. It is a very, very good habit to get into, right? And exactly the very same question was given in your GATE exam in the year 2014. So this is what they asked. So this is what they have asked. This is what they asked. Yes, this was the question. This was the question they have asked. This was the question IIT has asked, I think in the year 2014, something like that. I want the answer of this question. Go ahead. Go ahead. What is the answer? I want answer of this question. Everything is given, and I think you are in this position to answer this question. It's very, very important. Well done. Great. Nice. and well done. Nice. I'm not concerned about the value, I just want how to fill these numbers, right? We'll multiply it later on. So we want to form a 4-digit number. Great. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is units place, tens place, hundreds place, and thousands place. What we have discussed so far, because you want to form a 4-digit number, that is why you need a units place and a tens place and a hundreds place and a thousands place. Great. And after this, is the repetition allowed? Let's see that. So the numbers are from 0 to 9, it means 10 digits are there. No number can start with a 0 if repetition is not allowed. So everything they have mentioned in a, yes, they have written everything categorically. Here we cannot have a 0. So from 1 to 9, that is a 9 ways. 1, 0 to 9. The one which came at the thousands place, that cannot come. That is once again 9 ways. 0 to 9, thousands place, that number cannot come, and this also cannot come. And 0 to 9, the number which already came at thousands, hundreds, and tens place. So that is why 7. Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Fine. So this is the answer. I think this is absolutely clear, right? So the answer is this. We can multiply it, that's not a problem. Multiplying all these numbers, not that big a thing. So this is the very first point, right? There is one more way to solve these questions. So whatever we've discussed so far, this and this is what we used to read in school and college days. This is called law of multiplication and this is called law of addition. But other than this, there is one more way of solving the same thing. And what is that? For example, let's take the very same question. The numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and if we are to form a 3-digit number. So we may also solve the very same thing. If the numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and if we are to form what? A 3-digit number. Okay, fine. So total minus what is not required. Total minus what is not required. So we will get our required answer, our desired answer. Sir, what is this? I'll explain that. Total, it means the answer was, we are solving the very same question, right? Although the numbers that has been given to us are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the 5 numbers. So this is what I'm suggesting. Forget about this, that this is a 0. Consider as if it is a non-zero digit. Sir, but that is a 0. Consider as if it is a non-zero digit. Okay. So what? Let's fill right from here. 5 and then 0 to 4, repetition not allowed. The one which came at the hundreds place, that cannot come. 0 to 4, the one which came at hundreds place and tens place, that cannot come. Forget about this, that it is a 0. For this particular case, let us suppose this is not a 0, let us suppose it is a non-zero digit. It means that the total number of ways this can be filled is equals to 60. But that is not the reality. But that is not true. Why that is not true? Because this is 0. So what is the problem and where the problem is? The problem is when the 0 comes at the very first place. So each and every case which has got 0 at the very first place, we have to subtract those cases. That is when this can be filled in 4 ways, and similarly when we've got this. It means 3 into 4 into 1, and that is why 60 minus 12 is equals to 48. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Fine. So the very same question can be solved like this. So I have already discussed the same question in 3 different ways. First multiplication, then second addition, and third is total minus what is not required. So whichever way you want, you can solve. Is it fine, everybody? Right? Great. Fine. So let's move ahead. Right? So this is what we have discussed. Now there is one more category. And what is that? For example, if we are to use digits from 1, 2, 3 and 4, and if we are to form a 3-digit number such that what? Such that it has got exactly what? 1 4, exactly 2 4s, exactly or at least 1 4. Let us take all these cases one by one. The very first case is exactly 1 4. Fine. So exactly 1 4. It means we can have this 4 at 3 different places. If the question is total number of cases such that we can have exactly 1 4. First of all, we need to understand the meaning of this. Sir, is the repetition allowed? If nothing is mentioned other than this statement, it means, listen to this. More often than not, they will not say anything beyond this. They will say, using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, how many 3-digit numbers can be formed which has got only 1 4? It means the condition is only for this 4. Other than this 4, the rest of the digits can come any number of times. Here it can come only maximum 2 times, right? The condition is only for this 4. And thus, here we can clearly see that this 4 can come at this place. This 4 can come at this place. This 4 can come at this place. Sir, what we have done in this case? Here we have been, we have been told that we must have exactly 1 4. The examples like 124, 142 and 421. So what we have done? Exactly the same thing what I have told you. And what is that? Suffice the condition at the first place. When you have been told that you must have exactly 1 4, that 4 can lie at 3 different places. Either the units place or the tens place or the hundreds place. Alright? We haven't started P and C, that is why I am not using it. But once we will start that, we will take that into consideration as well. Right? So, not just this, we need to make sure there is exactly 1 4, and thus we cannot let this 4 come at any other place other than these places. I think this is absolutely clear. Is it fine, everybody? For repetition allowed, we can definitely use this. Yes, Gupta ji, of course. So here we can fill this in 1, 2, 3, 3 ways. Sir, why you started from here? Because as I have told you, we'll make a habit. First we fulfill the condition, then we'll move to the very first place. And then 1, 2, 3, that is 3 different ways. Listen to this carefully because I'm going to give you a question to solve. 3 into 3 is 9, so this is 9. We can fill this in 3 ways, we can fill this in 3 ways. So this is 3, this is 3. Once again 3 into 1 into 3 is once again 9. We can fill this in 3 ways and we can again fill this in 3 ways. So 1 into 3 is 9. Either this, the 4 can come at the units place, or this, and that is why this plus this and that is why 27. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right? So total number of 3-digit numbers that can be formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 such that we can have exactly 1 4. Right? Such that we can have exactly 1 4. Such that we can have exactly 1 4. On the contrary, if we have been told that, this exactly what exactly 2 fours. That is also fine. How come that is also fine? Because if you want exactly 2 fours, we can do that as well. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. Exactly 2 fours can come at these two places. We can have a 4 here and a 4 here. Units and tens place, units and hundreds place, and hundreds and tens place. Right? At the very same time, we need to make sure 4 must not come at what? The other one, other place. So here we can fill in 1, 2, 3, that is 3 ways, 1, 2, 3 in 3 ways, and similarly 1, 2, 3, that is 3 ways. So total number of cases would be 3 plus 3 plus 3. So either this case or this and thus total number of cases would be 9. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? So the total number of cases would be 3 plus 3 plus 3. Is it fine? So total number of cases would be 9. I think this is fair enough. And sir, you were saying something about at least 1 3. What was that? At least 1 4 actually. At least 1 4. Yes. Total number of 3-digit numbers that can be formed using the digits 1, 2, 3 and 4, such that it must have at least 1 4. At least 1 4? We have already discussed 2 cases where we had exactly 1 4, exactly 2 4, and now we can have one more case with 4 4 and 4, right? So we have already discussed a case where we had exactly 1 4 plus exactly 2 fours, okay, plus 3 fours. So that is 4 4 and 4. Is it fine, everybody? Yes. Other than 4, rest of the digits can definitely repeat. Yes. And they will not going to say this. They will not going to mention this. They will only say the condition associated with 4, but the default meaning of this is, for example, if the condition is you must have exactly 1 4, 424 is absolutely fine, but 414 is equally correct, 414 is also correct. It has got exactly 1 4, there is no problem with this, right? So in this case, exactly 1 4, we have already discussed. If you have seen this, 27 cases were there. These were the 27 cases. Great. So there were 27 cases, exactly 2 fours, 9 cases were there, and here we can have one more case. All in all, total number of cases would be 37. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Fine? Great. Sir, can we solve this in some other way? Yes. Prior to that, the most important thing is, listen to this. From your GATE exams perspective, this particular point, exactly 1 4, is important, and at least 1 4 is very, very important. Anyways, they're going to ask, right? So at least 1 4, this particular case is very important. Is it fine, everybody? If you want, we can solve the very same question like this as well. Like what? Oh. Just a minute. So we can solve the very same question like this as well. If the question is at least 1 4, in that case, how we can solve this? We can solve it like this. Total minus what is not required. And what is that? All those cases which don't have any 4. It means total number of cases with absolutely no 4. Is it fine? Total number of cases So we can fill this in 4, 4 and 4 ways. That is 64. And we should subtract all those cases where we don't have any 4. And that is why 1, 2, 3, 3 cases, 1, 2, 3, 3 cases, 1, 2, 3, 3 cases. So 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. And thus the answer is 37. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? So this is what I was telling. If you want, you can solve it like this. Total minus what is not required. But other than that, if you want, you can solve it like that as well. You may add the cases. Is it fine? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. Absolutely. Yes, Rahul. Absolutely. Fine. Shall we proceed further in that case? So from my side, exactly 1, 4, important case. Exactly 1, 4, very important case. So put up a double star on that. Right? So this is what we have discussed. Right? So we had a discussion on this. So all these cases are actually very important. So this particular case, when you have exactly 1, 4, you can fix that at units place or tens place or hundreds place, and thus you can have 27 cases. Exactly 2 4s. So these are the cases you can have. Because you want exactly 2 4s, this is what I have told you. You need to suffice the condition at the first place. Fulfill the condition at the first place. And once you are done with the condition, fill whichever place you want. But prefer to fill the very first place. And then there is the third one. Right? If you want, you can solve this very same question like this as well. Total minus what is not required. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Fine. If I ask you the very same question like this, if I ask you this, where is that? This. I think you will be in the position to solve this. In fact, let me take this question. I want you people to solve this right now. I want you people to solve this right now. Go ahead. Take 2 minutes and solve all these questions. Using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many 3-digit numbers can be found such that it must have exactly 1 5, exactly 2 5s, at least 1 5, like this. Exactly 1 5, exactly 2 5, and at least 1 5. Fine. What are the answers? Well done. And what? Great. All these 3 answers, exactly 1 5, at least 1 5, and exactly 1 5, exactly 2 5s, and at least 2 5s. Very good. Nice. Well done. I think we should start now. Exactly 1 5. If this is the case, let's take this one. So if you're talking about this exactly 1 5, as we already had a discussion on this, you may fix this 5. When you are saying exactly 1 5, this 5 can come at 3 different places. And because there is no 0, this is a very flat, simple, vanilla flavored question. Is it fine? So this can be filled in 1 2 4, that is 4 ways, 1 2 4 in 4 ways, 1 2 4 4 ways, 1 2 4 4 ways, 1, 2, 4, 4 ways, and 1, 2, 4 is 4 ways. So 4 into 4 is 16, and thus this is 16, 16 and 16. 16 plus 16 plus 16, and that is 48. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Because this is a direct question, there is no zero as such. So we can also take the second one as well. There is no problem actually. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. You want 2 fours? Great. So units place and tens place. You can fill 2 fours at units and tens place, units and hundreds place, tens and hundreds place. So that is not a problem. 5. I'm sorry. Exactly 1 5, not 4. I'm sorry. Exactly 1 5. So you can fix this 5 at 2 different places. We can fix these 5 at 2 different places, not 4. Great. Fine. So we can fill this in 4 different ways, 4 different ways, and 4 different ways. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. Sir, repetition allowed if they not, what is that? Sir, repetition allowed if they not mentioned. No, that is what I mentioned. That is what I said. If nothing is mentioned, if they say exactly 1 5, it means the constraint is only with 5. Other than that, there is no constraint. Is it fine? Other than 5, then there is no constraint. Other than 5, all the digits can come as many times as they want. And the last one, what is the last one? At least 1 5. So if you want, you can add these 3 cases, the first one, the second one, the last one, 5 5 5, or total minus what is not required. How come total minus what is not required? Like this. Forget about this, that this is a 5, so 1 2 5, 1 2 5, and then 1 2 5. And let us reject all those cases where we don't have a 5. Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine? So total number of ways in which this can be filled, that is 125 minus 64, and I think this is good enough. Is it fine? Is it clear to all? Fine. I think this is absolutely clear to each and every one of you. Great, well done. This is clear to each and every one of you, right? So this was about the filling part. I do believe that each one of you have downloaded this booklet. Has everybody downloaded the booklet? Has everybody downloaded the booklet? To those people who have downloaded the booklet, what they'll do, they'll complete this question number 15, and they have to send it to me, and question number 17th, right? They have to complete question number 15th and 17th. They can download the booklet from either from Gate Academy Global Telegram channel or Saurabh Sir Official, either of these 2 channels, right? Sir has shared you the Gate Academy Global Telegram link, so if you want, you can download that, right? Do make sure that you download that and do complete this. Take a snapshot of that, screenshot of that, and send it to me. Great. Let's move on. Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine? Is everything clear till now? Great. Absolutely fantastic. Great. I think we should move ahead. We should move ahead, but prior to that, we should take a small break. What kind of break? I'll let you know. I'll let you know what kind of break. Yes. I want to be, if you have this booklet, I want to be able to open the booklet so that we can solve this. And even if you don't have a booklet, that is also fine. That's not a problem. There is something called as critical reasoning. We will discuss these kind of questions as well, and we will discuss these kind of questions simultaneously, right? So this is the question. The question which I have displayed to you, this came actually in your exam. And how to approach these kind of questions, I'll let you know. But before that, I'm giving you 90 seconds. I'm giving you 90 seconds. What do you have to do? You have to mark the answer. Go ahead. You have to mark the answer in the next 90 seconds. I have given this question in your booklet as well. The question is question number 104. And even if you don't have a booklet, that is also fine. I just want the answer. This particular topic is called critical reasoning. The one topic that has always been part and parcel of your GATE aptitude exam is this. And not just in the exams, what you are about to face, even if someone has planned to apply for GRE or GMAT or IELTS, TOEFL, PT, any of these exams. Even if you see in GRE and GMAT, you may come across these kind of questions. And in fact, in GMAT, critical reasoning is one of the most important sections. Right? Go ahead. Mark the answer. I'll let you know how to solve these kind of questions. But before that, I want your answers. Go ahead. Great. Xenophobic. Xenophobic is a very adventurous answer choice. We'll see that. I want to see each and every one of you. I want to see answer from each and every one of you. Make sure you post your answers. Else otherwise it will be very difficult to, yes, great. Else otherwise it will be very difficult to learn this. Now listen to this. What this topic is? So you said something regarding this topic. Yes, this topic is called critical reasoning. Critical reasoning or verbal reasoning, whatever you want, you may call. Right? So this is called critical reasoning. This is called critical reasoning or verbal reasoning. In MBA and especially in IIMs, they love to call these things as case studies. These are not exactly case studies. These are actually caselets. But in IIMs, the pedagogy is they give you case studies and then they discuss the probable solution of the case study. That is what the pedagogy of IIM is. All the IIMs are actually. Other than this, the same thing is called legal aptitude in CLAT and PubEd, public administration in UPSC as well. So this topic and decision making in MBA. The very same topic is decision making. When you use the term decision making, it is slightly towards business. It is much more oriented towards business. So these kind of terminology you may come across, especially in MBA, IIM's pedagogy. So, but these are the different names for this particular topic. So what this topic is all about? You need to find the solution and you need to find the probable solution. What kind of solution? For example, these are the two guys who are talking. And what these two people are discussing? The first person said, Bahubali was a great movie. The second person said, no, it wasn't. It was, it wasn't, it was, it wasn't, and so on. The first person said, Bahubali was a great movie. The second person said, no, it wasn't. It was, it wasn't, it was, it wasn't, it was, it wasn't, and so on. This is not an argument. This is absolute absurdity. This is not an argument. On the contrary, these two people are discussing, and the first guy said, my God, Bahubali was an unbelievable experience. Mr. Prabhas, Rana Dagupati, Mr. Rana Dagupati, what is the name? Katappa, Shetty Saiba, all these people are fantastic actors. Rajamouli sir is a genius. Only a genius can make such kind of movie. The VFX, my goodness, I haven't seen any kind of VFX like this in any Indian movie. It is not just a movie, it's a great cinematographic experience. The kind of cinematographic experience is unbelievable. And all the songs and bhajan were remarkable. All in all, Bahubali was not just a movie, it was an experience of a lifetime, and it was a scintillating experience. The point in this case is, Bahubali was a remarkable movie, that was the conclusion. And these points are the premise on which the conclusion is based upon. So, premise, not premises, but premise. Premise plus conclusion, this is what an argument is. Premise plus conclusion, this is what an argument is. So when you use the word argument, that must comprise of this. So this is what an argument looks like. An argument comprises of a premise or many premises, and then there is a conclusion. If something that has always been very common, very evident in your gate paper is a very specific kind of question from critical reasoning, and what is that? Inference based questions. A small paragraph is given to you, and they ask you to find the conclusion, deduction or inference. All these three words are absolutely same. This particular kind of questions are extremely evident in your gate exams for the past, since the inception of the exam, since the inception of aptitude in the gate exam, right from the beginning, right? So sir, you are saying that these three words are absolutely same. Inference, yes. Inference, deduction and conclusion, these three words are same, absolutely same. These three words are absolutely same. These three words are absolutely same, and do make sure you write this. These three words are absolutely same, and this is something that has always been part and parcel of gate exam. Now let's come back to the question. Let's discuss the question. It's a fantastic question. It's a very, very beautiful question actually. Now let's see whether we can find the correct answer. Most of you have given the answer C. A few of you have given the answer B as well actually. Let's see. Let's see what's the correct answer. I think we should discuss. Fine. Wanted. Okay, fine. So we are talking about a classified. It's basically a newspaper classified. For some particular post, people are required. We need to see what this classify is all about, what is the bare minimum education qualification is required, and what are the other prerequisites of this classified. We'll see that. So what are the prerequisites? For temporary, okay, or part-time, great. For the post of field interviewer, this is the particular post. To conduct personal, what do you have to do? That is called roles and responsibilities. So the roles and responsibilities include personal interviews and what? To collect and collate economic data. Collate is to understand, right? Collate is to associate, to deduce something. Okay. So this is your roles and responsibilities. Great. Then what are the requirements? So this is the prerequisite. You must be high school pass, must be available for day, evening and Saturday work. Great. You know, usually what happens these days, if you believe the kind of studies that you are doing and the kind of, you know, the company you want to get associated to, day one, your senior will come. If you join at the top post, they'll tell you that this is the KPI. Okay. So these are the KPIs. There are many different names to this. The very same thing is also called KRAs actually. Key result areas, key responsibilities areas. Fine. So they'll say like these are the KPIs or KRAs, key responsibility areas, and start your performance. Forget about those days Like even if you say, sir, I'm just an employee, they'll say, we'll talk after this quarter, at the end of this quarter. We will tell you whether you are an employee or you have to generate this much amount of profit. In today's world, in modern era, there is no concept of employee. Sir, what does that mean? Listen to this. There are two different kind of thinkings. The very first one is called deep thinking and the other one is called shallow thinking. Sir, what is deep thinking? When you are 200% focused in one particular task. Listen to this very, very carefully. This kind of thinking is called deep thinking. There are two different kind of thinkings. First is called deep thinking and the other one is called shallow thinking. Sir, what is shallow thinking? Multitasking. And beside multitasking, you should write multitasking is a myth. There's no work called multitasking. Sir, but I multitask. Those are absolute useless works. Sir, why you are saying this? In all those cases, when we multitask, we spread our efficiencies in 5 different things, whatever we are doing. In the next 10 years, listen to this one. As per the different researchers, as per the different philosophers, in the next 10 years, you're going to see 3 kind of professions. First, those people who have got money, they will sustain. Those people who have got knowledge of machine learning and artificial intelligence, they will sustain. Or those people who have thorough understanding of their craft, that is deep thinking, they will sustain. Else and otherwise, all the jobs will have gone for a toss. Only these 3 kind of people will understand. Sir, why these kind of people won't sustain? Because all those shallow works that you are ready to do in the name of multitasking, all those works are replaceable by fellow human being at a much cheaper price, or they can be automated or they can be substituted by different robots. And the second thing, those people who say that multitasking is not a myth, to those people, whenever you are involved and indulge in a particular work, and when you leave that work, for example, right now you are studying, it might be possible at the very same time you are going through your phone as well. You are seeing what are the WhatsApp messages, what are the updates on Insta and Facebook, and then again you come back what this person is teaching, right? Every single time when we do this, we take our conscious mind from one task to another. So what happens? As per the different research, we loses 20% of our concentration, and that is called residuary memory. And if we keep on doing this, there is absolutely no focus in one work. This is very dangerous. And if you want to read anything about deep thinking, this is a fantastic book written by Cal Newport, and the name of the book itself is Deep Thinking. It's a remarkable book. It's one of its kind book. Cal Newport. This is the guy who has written this book, and this is my suggestion to you, that deep thinking. Do read this book, right? So this book is Cal Newport's Deep Thinking. It's a fantastic book. Let's come back to this. Fine. So let's come back to this. So this question was regarding the job requirements. Okay, fine. So let's discuss the question. Right. So let's discuss this. So transportation will also be paid and expenses will be reimbursed. Great. Which of the following is best inferred? Inference based question. They are very, very, very important from your GATE's perspective. Inference based question, conclusion and deduction, these three are absolutely same word. There is no difference whatsoever. For example, whether you are a male or a female, and if you have this prerequisites, if you have this qualification, just let me know. If you are eligible for this, just let me know. If you are a male, can you apply for this job? Of course you can apply. If you are a female, can you apply for this job? Of course. If you meet the prerequisite eligibility criteria, can we apply for this job? Of course we can apply. It means one thing is for sure, this is not gender biased. A male or a female, anyone can apply, right? So what can be best inferred? Gender discriminatory. How can you call this gender discriminatory? Is it applicable only for male? No. Is it applicable only for female? Absolutely not. Is it applicable only for the third gender? No. If this is the case, so it is definitely not at all gender discriminatory. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Xeno is unknown. When you use the word xeno, it is unknown. Phobia is fear. And when you combine these two words, it is fear of unknown. Right? It is fear of unknown. So let's reject this as well. Not designed to make the post attractive. This word, attractive. The problem with this word is, there's a problem with this word. What is that? For example, if I ask Sayali, when can you call a post attractive? Sayali, what kind of job do you want? Sayali will say, sir, I don't want that kind of mammoth salary, but I want to understand the hierarchy of the organization. For example, if I ask Vishnu, Vishnu will say, no sir, I want money, I want a good hefty salary. Third person, Rashi will say, no sir, I am not concerned, I am concerned about salary, but that's absolutely fine. I want to see some on-site opportunities. Joy will say, no sir, I want to see the environment, because it has always been said, we are the average of, listen to this very, very carefully, we are the average of 5 people we interact with the most. We are the average of 5 people we interact with the most. Fabulous. It means that there are different what? There are different meaning of this abstract word, and that is attractive. Is it clear, everybody? There is different meaning to this word attractive. When you are using this word attractive, it does not mean the post is not decorative. Attractive can have multiple meanings, and that is why this is absolutely correct. Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right? Fine? Great. So this is a very good question. This question was asked in your GATE exam. I have taken this question right from your GATE paper. I felt this was a very, very nice question. Let's take one more. This was another question. Let's take this one. Let's take this one. Another fantastic question. Let's take another question. Let's take this one. I want you people to solve this first. Once again, I am giving you 90 seconds. Please solve this question and then we'll have a discussion on this. Right? 90 seconds, everybody. Make it fast. 90 seconds. You have 90 seconds. Go ahead. Make sure you mark the answer. Otherwise, there is no point actually. Otherwise, there is no point. Tanisha, break was too tough or very tough? I am asking this to Tanisha. Tanisha, break was too tough or very tough? Tanish, I'm sorry. Break was too tough or very tough? Break was too tough or very tough. And what is the meaning of this word? Too tough and very tough. John Abraham is too cool. John Abraham is very cool. Virat Kohli has played a shot in the extra cover. The shot was just too good. The shot was very good. When you use the word very, it is a positive remark. If you are saying this to a lady that you are looking very beautiful, you are looking gorgeous, that's a positive remark. When you are saying you are looking too beautiful, you are just too good a person. How is it possible that a person like you can exist? If you are saying that the person is just too good a person, it gives a feeling of unreal, right? Fine, I think we should discuss that. Most of the people have marked the answers, so great. Let's discuss. I think we should, right? The horse. When you have written the word the horse, a horse, this is right now, this is a collective noun, right? We are talking about the entire class of horses. The horse has played what? A little known but a very important role. Why I am underlining all these things? To make you understand that these are things that are important, right? In the field of medicine, so we are talking about a very specific discipline. So although the horse have played very little, but yes, indeed a very important role in the field of medicine. Fine. Horses were injected with what? With the toxins of disease. Listen to this. Right now, this is the apt time to explain this question. Why? Unfortunately, the entire world is going through COVID-19 situation, right? So, and the world is trying its level best, and WHO is also trying its level best to create the vaccine. Whether it is AstraZeneca or Oxford, whether it is Sinovac, or whether it is BCG vaccine or whatever that is. There are many different vaccines. There are five different stages of vaccine creation. So what are these 5 different stages? The very first one is when you try this vaccine on whom? Animal. And if that part is successful, it's a preclinical trial. And if that part is successful, then there are 3 stages of vaccine trial on human body. The number gradually increases on few tens of people, then few hundreds of people, and then few thousands of people. And then finally, for approval, after the 4th stage, the data is out, and for approval, that data goes to the different agencies, right? For example, if in US it goes to FDA, Food and Drug Administration. And if the country feels like this vaccine is good enough, they'll allow the vaccine, right? But what exactly vaccine is? For example, in case of corona, what you are injecting is the suppressed version of the virus. Whether it is virus or suppressed version of this DNA or mRNA, messenger RNA, like Moderna is doing. And what happens once it is injected? It is not the actual virus, it is the suppressed version of the virus. So every time when the foreign material gets injected in the body, the antibodies gets activated, and the antibody starts the fight. And once the antibody is activated, the next time it becomes very difficult for any coronavirus to attack an individual, and that is what is happening over here. Fine. So this is a very basic idea in a very layman language. This is the idea what is going on, right? So that is why you are injecting toxins of disease until their blood do what? Built up immunity. This is the antibody. This is how you are getting the antibody, right? So basically you are injecting the virus, the disease, in a very small quantity or in a very suppressed quantity. suppressed state, right? So their body built up immunity, it means antibodies. Okay, fine. So what are you doing? Then a serum was made from their blood. Their blood, the horse. Okay. Serum to fight the diphtheria and tetanus. Still we are talking about the horse. What we have done, then the serum, we have taken the serum from the blood, and like this we used to make the medicine for diphtheria and tetanus, right? So in the very first stage, in the preclinical trial stage, what happens, any vaccine, when you are trying any vaccine, for example AstraZeneca is trying, Sinovac is trying, Moderna is trying, what they do, they insert the vaccine in a rat's body, or rat, rabbit, monkey, right, these kind of animals. What can be inferred from the above passage, that the horses were what? Let's see this. Let's see this piece by piece. The first one, they were given immunity. They were given immunity. In India, there is a project going on, and that project is called Genome India Project, Genome India Project, GIP. What this project is? In a very raw form, in a very layman's language, the Genome India Project is, let us suppose, for example, in medical, I am not from medical background, but still, just in a very basic manner, I can say that medical people, they don't believe in aging. They believe gradually what happens, your cell cannot able to perform the task with the same efficiency, and that is what is called aging in a real life, in a normal language. Let us suppose if we need 100 units of immunity to fight against cancer, and if someone who's at the age of 60, he has got only 80 units of immunity. So in the near future, in the next 10 years, probably you will see the person will be given immunity from outside. Now the person is good enough. This guy is not vulnerable to cancer, to carcinogenic substances. That will be great. So in this case, so for example, so in the next 10 years, we are going to use the word given for immunity. Is it fine, everybody? Right now, horses were injected with toxins. They were not injected immunity. So this is not correct. So third, they were given medicine. No, they were not given medicine. They were given the virus, and their body built up immunity. Their body built up antibodies. They were given diphtheria and tetanus serum. So what we have taken? The virus? No, they were injected the disease. They were injected the toxins of the disease. They were quite immune. Yes, to some extent we can definitely say this. Why we can say this? Because on injecting the virus, the toxin, the disease, they were still alive and their body could able to develop immunity, and that is why we can say that they were quite immune. We are not saying they were immune, but we can definitely say that they were quite immune, and hence the answer is B. Is it clear to all? Is it fine, everybody? Is it absolutely clear? Is absolutely fine. Great. So let's move to the last question of today's session. This will be the last one. Is it fine? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. So this was the question. I will take the last question of the session. This will be the last one. Where is that? Yes. This is a fantastic question. It's a beautiful question. This will be the last question. We're going to have the last question of today's session. Yes. All these questions are straight away from your GATE paper, right? These are not my questions. These are the questions which actually came in your GATE exam. I want you people to take 90 seconds and do mark the answer, irrespective of the fact whether you get the correct answer or not. That's not important. The idea is not to not fail, but the idea is to fail and get up, fail and get up. That is the most important thing, right? So even if you get incorrect answer, that's also fine. That's not a problem. Go ahead, mark the answer. Great, well done. Rest of the people, please mark the answer. So what is the answer? The answer is B. Fine. I think. Excellent. Well done. I think we should discuss. Genetists. Fabulous. Genetists say that they are very close to confirming the genetic roots of psychiatric illnesses such as depression and schizophrenia. So genetists, they believe that they're extremely close to find the genetic roots of not all the diseases but psychiatric illnesses, something that is related to psychology. Okay. Depression, all of us know what is depression. Schizophrenia is when an individual cannot able to decipher the difference between real world and the virtual world, that is schizophrenia. Fine. When an individual cannot able to decipher the difference between real world and the virtual world, that is schizophrenia. In one of the paper in Air Force FCAT, they have asked the spelling of this word schizophrenia. So it's put up a single star on this. And consequently, that doctors will be able to eradicate, to destroy, devastate, eradicate, obliterate, uproot, apocalypse, exterminate, catastrophe. But in case of disease, rather than using destroy, annihilate, exterminate, obliterate, uproot, usually you come across these kind of words, eradicate and uproot, right? For example, New Zealand, as if now New Zealand has eradicated corona, as if now. The chances are, there's every chance that it can make a comeback, and New Zealand has a population of 50 lakh. I'm living in Chhattisgarh, and Chhattisgarh's population is almost 3.4 crores. My God, 1/7 of the population. Jessica Ardern, you usually ask spelling, sir. Yes, and why I ask spelling, Deepa? Because in most of the competition, I cannot able to understand why GATE is not asking spelling correction. There was only one time when GATE has asked the spelling correction question, and that word was manageable. That is it. If I would have been at the place, if I would have been setting all these papers, I would have asked spelling correction. Then words like difference between real and true, difference between veracious and veracious, English usage, then sentence completion, synonym, antonym, because aptitude is your add-on subject. You have been tested on technical skills, and then there is aptitude. There is no point not asking these questions. That is why. There is no point asking a GATE aspirant what is the meaning of skullduggery. Why a GATE aspirant must know the meaning of the word skullduggery, right? Or apothecary, that's not required. The doctors will be able to eradicate, uproot these disease through early identification and gene therapy, and that is what GIP is, right? Genome India project, the similar kind of project, but you will going to see this kind of thing in the next 10 years. These are the upcoming programs of the world. On which of the following assumptions those of statement above rely? So, which assumption? Let's see this. Strategies are now, no, strategies are not now available. Genetists are very close, but they are not, the strategies are not available. This is the problem. I am precisely marking based on what we are saying this is the correct answer and why it is incorrect answer, right? So, please see this carefully. So, the strategies are, right now the strategies are not available. Certain, this is a very good word, certain psychiatric illnesses. In this case, those two words are depressions and schizophrenia have a genetic basis. Yes, we can definitely say that. It's a very good option. It's a very good option. In verbal, never ever directly say that this is the correct answer. First of all, read the 4 options, try to eliminate the 2 options, and between the rest of 2 options, try to mark the best possible one. And more often than not, you will get the correct answer. And if you don't get the correct answer, even in that case, you will improve your verbal in a very brisk pace. All human, okay, all human disease can be, no, we are precisely talking about psychiatric illnesses. The words like all, none, only, but, however, though, although, in spite of, despite, these are very important words in competitive exams. All, none, though, only, but, however, though, although, despite, in spite of, very important words, right? We are not talking about all the diseases, we are talking about specifically psychiatric illnesses. Incorrect. In the future, genetics will become only relevant. First, we are talking about the assumption, so we cannot comment on this. This is called flying off the tangent. This is beyond the scope of this paragraph. And then there is second option. The second statement, this only relevant. This is just a far-fetched idea, right? To find this. So once again, this is incorrect. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is B. To all those people who have got the correct answer, fantastic, well done. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? So whatever we have discussed, is it clear, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Great, well done, right? So this was the today's session. Sir has already shared this Telegram channel link with you guys. Do make sure that you download the PDF of this. I'll be following the PDF, and I have designed the PDF such that you can have a very good idea of what the aptitude course looks like, what the GATE aptitude looks like, right? So do make sure that you download that content. That content is available in global, GATE Academy global Telegram channel and Saurabh Sir official, that Telegram channel as well. So on both the channels that is available, you can download it, right? So this was today's session. Before closing this session, I want the people to write this. To achieve more than what you have to become more than what you are. So the simple point is, to achieve more, you have to become more. As simple as this. This nature does not differentiate, does not discriminate between any individual. Everybody in front of this nature is absolutely equal. But to achieve something remarkable in life, you have to become remarkable in life. And this life is always about becoming something remarkable, becoming something that you haven't been before. Make sure whatever your stature was, whatever your status was prior to 2020, make sure when this year passes, next year, after that, after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, you should be in this position. You can say that 2020 was the year in which, although the world was facing this crisis, this entire world was amidst of all the adversities, still I fought a good fight and I'm proud of myself. Life is combination of these kind of moments. Life is collection of memories, not collection of things. So do make sure that you collect these kind of memories. These kind of memories are very, very important. These kind of memories are important to uplift your self-belief. So we'll meet in the next class. Tomorrow's class will be at 2, right? So we're going to meet at the stroke of 2 tomorrow. tomorrow at 2. Fine? So great. So we'll meet in the next class. Bye everybody. Take care. Jai Hind.